Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go, let's go. Fifty-two's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. 5-2 is the mic.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Yes, sir.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Mike, 58, right there.
It's our field. It's our.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
It's our house.
Check. Hatchet. Hatchet.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Elliott on first down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That's it, baby.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and 10.
Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Kill.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Check 50. Check 50. Check 4. Check 4.
Here's Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus.
58,
and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Right there.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Come off the ball hard.
58, boys. 58.
From the 41, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them executed.
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
I got you, punk. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Hey, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Check out.
Street.
Chef.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Chef, watch the shift.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know you feel that.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
29 is the mic.
On second and 2, Hurts escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there and drop it. Well behind the sticks here with a second and 18.
The ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. I got you.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's got some space here. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Here we go. Sack. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Out time, guys. Out time. Let's get
18 Pioneer.
Let's get off the field. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Hurts. this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the rumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
29 is the mic.
Hurts sets up to throw it. The Sanders has got it complete. Room here. The ball comes out, and the Cowboys have recovered. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cut. Watch the twist.
My 52.
Hey,
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really the team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On 2nd and a couple. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ready.
This is Mike 29.
Time to go, night.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
7 Pirates.
We got 4 down. 29 is the Mike.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got Smith here. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown! Devontae Smith. his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You force the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Twist.
They start on the ground with Ellie. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You got Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike. It's just me and you.
To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First down, Prescott. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Check. My 52.
I got one.
Here we go. Go to 54. Why ain't?
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, ready?
Nine the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Pick the edge. Come.
Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Check three.
They'll try to run forward with Sanders, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Mike 9.
On first down, Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Check. Sponge. Panther 60. Kill. Right there.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You don't want no problems with me.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Panther 11. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
From the 40 now on second down. Hurts. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Yeah, baby.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
29 is a Mike. 70 range. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
Don't let him breathe. Drop low 18. Play that time.
Throwing his Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Panther 60. I hope you brought your left. 60 Bobcat. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Watch your slant.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. 58, right over there, yeah.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
52. Hey, here I come.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check Mike. Double tight. Double tight. Hey. We got three. Hey, kill. Hey, check 47. Watch 24. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
2nd down, Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe that returning that for a touchdown. This offense put right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Prescott on 1st down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they a first down.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Prescott from the gun on third. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Eric Wilson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for Dallas. So that one will be accepted.
All day, baby, all day.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Slam.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check, Bobcat. We got a seal. Rig alert. Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Rush in.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mike 29. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Panther Street. Check. Go, Rig. Go. Alert 3.
On first down, Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got you, son. Check 26.
Now Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bisons.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Man out, man.
Street.
Hey, alert 3. Check 99. Check go.
Shotgun snap and then again to Sanders. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Fehoko. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watch twist.
From the 44, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
52. Hey, they scared.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
I got him.
So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Bravo 80.
Let's go, D.
Go, Chap.
You got to step it up. Watch twist.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew there'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's get it.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit.
29 is a mic.
On first down, Sanders. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked in the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Well, now how about this return?
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Play action now, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Mike 52.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
This one complete. It's Fehoko.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Here we go. Here we go.
pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Let's go, D.
Kill. Under 10. 10.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Watch the run. Watch the run. My 52.
It's out.
Off the play fake. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.